Hi, my name is Kelly Swanson, and this is my Community and Words project for social and economic justice too. I currently live in the Pike Creek area of Wilmington, Delaware. I received my data from 2020 since we are only in March and have only completed 2 months of 2021, so there is not currently any accurate data for 2021 yet. The population in 2020 was 7,613 people. I don't expect this number to change that much in 2021. The race populations in Pike Creek are white 74.19%, Asian 18.69%, Black or African American 4.68%, two or more races in a household are 2.14%, Native American is 0.28%, and other races are 0.03%. There are currently no Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander families in the area of Pike Creek. Gender. Currently there are 46.20% males, or 3,517. There are also 53.80% female, or 4,096 females. There are currently 5,997 adults living in Pike Creek. 1,385 of those adults are senior citizens. This area is unique because most of the houses were built in the 1950s, and there are still many original owners in the houses in some of these neighborhoods, including the neighborhood that my husband and I currently live in. We are actually only the second owners of our house. So that contributes to the number of senior citizens that live in this area. The median age for males is 41.4, for females 46.6 or 47, and the total of those sexes together is 44.9 or 45 years old. The poverty rate in Pike Creek is pretty low at 1.38%. Crime. Violent crimes such as rape, murder, assault, or robbery is 465. Property crimes such as burglary, theft, or vehicle theft are 2,826.9 or 2,827. These are our biggest crimes that we experience in this area, and there's usually an uptick of these crimes during the warmer months in spring, summer, and some of fall. Education. These demographics represent the highest level of education that the people of Pike Creek have. For those who have a high school diploma, it's 15.05%. For some who have finished some college, is 10.14%. For those who have finished an associate's degree, it's 5.90%. For those who have a bachelor's degree, it's 34.38%. And for those who have a master's degree, it's 33.43%. Religion. Currently, the total percentage of religious affiliation in the Pike Creek area is 46.9%. As you can tell from these percentages, Christianity is the biggest religion and faith in the Pike Creek area. Baptist is 2.2%, Episcopalian is 1.4%, Catholic is 26.1%, the Church of Jesus Christ is 0.5%, Lutheran is 1.1%, Pentecostal is 0.7%, Methodist is 5.4%, Presbyterian is 2.1%, other Christianities are 3.7%. For Judaism, there are 0.7%, Eastern religions 1.5%, and Islamic religions 1.3%. As you can see, Christianity is the biggest religious affiliation, with the Catholic faith being the biggest faith that is followed in this area. Important institutions. Pike Creek is about 15 to 20 minutes outside of the city of Wilmington, and Wilmington is the home of many government businesses such as the courthouse and the city buildings and the county buildings. And there's also big corporations such as banks, lawyers' offices, restaurants, hospitals, hotels, and other things of that nature in the city. And we are about 10 minutes away from University of Delaware, which is Delaware's biggest college. Educational institutions. In Pike Creek, we are a part of the Red Clay Consolidated School District. There are 15 elementary schools, 6 middle schools, 5 high schools, and 2 special education schools. There are also about 6 private schools, and that consist of charter schools and schools of the Christian and Catholic faith. Neighborhoods and developments. There are currently 69 neighborhoods or housing developments in Pike Creek. Most of these neighborhoods have some type of civic association or homeowners association. I am currently in a neighborhood that is involved in a civic association, which is completely voluntary, unlike the homeowners association neighborhoods. More important institutions. Churches. There are 20 churches. Pretty much all of these churches are of the Christian faith, with most of them being from the Catholic religion. Most major businesses are located in the city of Wilmington, as I've said before. We have our courthouses, restaurants, banks, engineering firms, law firms, and other businesses of that sort. For those that work in the city, which is a good amount of people in the Pike Creek area, it's about a 15 to 20 minute ride without traffic, and then during rush hour, it'll probably be about 30 minutes. The University of Delaware is 10 minutes from Pike Creek in the city of Newark. We also are close to the Delaware Technical and Community College. One is in the city of Wilmington, which is, again, about 20 minutes or 30 minutes depending on rush hour. And another Del Tech campus is in Stanton, which is right on the edge of Pike Creek. In the heart of Pike Creek, we have Goldie Beacon College as well. Included on this slide is a map of the Pike Creek area. While it doesn't look like much, it actually covers a vast majority of the city of Wilmington that is not actually in the city of Wilmington. We are about 15 minutes from the Pennsylvania line at the Kennett Square area, and we also run a little bit into the city of Newark. Good community assessment. Is Pike Creek a good community? Most people in Newcastle County believe that this is one of the most desirable areas for families to live in northern Delaware, or Newcastle County. While desirable, like any other area, there is crime, theft, and drugs also seem to be a big problem in this area, as it is in many areas of the United States right now. There are many churches in this area, mostly of the Christian faith, and the majority of them being Catholic. There are many schools in this area as well, both public and private. Also, there are many shopping centers in this area within driving or walking distance from most neighborhoods. They include grocery stores, restaurants, clothing stores, convenience stores, pharmacies, and even fast food restaurants, to name a few. Changes. I do consider Pike Creek to be a good community, but some changes couldn't hurt. As we have learned in our readings this week, there is no perfect community. Crime rates seem to increase in the warmer months, and that is mostly the vehicle theft and drug crimes increase during these months. So my suggestion is that maybe more police patrolling during those warmer months in this area would be able to help with that. This area is also very Catholic and Christian, so maybe having different faith-based organizations be welcomed into this area would give it a more diverse feeling. This area is primarily of white and Asian descent, as we've seen from the first slide of my presentation. So adding different faith organizations or other community organizations that have diverse populations could bring more diversity into this community. It's not really an issue, but it is an issue at the same time. We have a very high housing rate, or housing cost and a living cost rate in this area. There's not too much affordable housing. with the house rates and the rate of living being so high in this area, it's a good thing because there's a lot of people who are drawn to this community because they believe it is good for them and their families. But it is bad because it doesn't bring in it scares a lot of people away who maybe could not afford to live in this area. And that is my presentation. Thank you.